Good, everybody. Battle Boys TV back with another episode here. A little unique episode here. I'm talking about my 2000 Honda Civic that I've acquired a little bit over a year, less than a year ago now. So a little brief history about me and this car. So a long time ago, one of my first jobs, I worked at Karen Raleigh after Volkswagen in Woodbridge, Virginia. They have a string of dealerships right up the Northern Virginia, East and West Coast. And when I say the Radleys, they do. While working there, I became friends with the owners, Miss Radley, Mr. Radley, and in part their son. At the time when I worked at the dealership, I was younger, a lot younger, and I was heavily into modifying and import Hondas. At the time, I had a Honda Acura Integra GSR. When I worked there, the show car, raced it, showed it. Very special to me. Got older, but I back up a little bit. So at the time, Miss Radley had a son. His name was Corey, and he used to always come around. We worked in the wash bay, me and a couple buddies of mine. We all worked, hooked up cars with my car, and he used to always be fascinated by our cars. So fast forward time, he grew up, and he and his father, what I was told, started building his car. All right. Unfortunately, Corey Radley, he committed suicide, and right in the middle of building this project, and the car sat for about 7 years, 8 years, until I ran into it at a shop sitting there. I'm not getting into the long story about how I found out it was his and his car and stuff like that, but I found out it was his, and I wanted to finish it in his memory, so in time I'm doing that. So I know a lot of people are like, well, why buy a car? Why have this car when you used to do that a long time ago? So it's always been my passion of mine. I love cars. I don't care if it's an import, domestic. I have an old Chevelle. I have a ton of cars, but imports have always been like one of my first loves as far as working on cars and being around cars and modifying cars and learning about this car, which I'll get into in a second. It just sparked my interest again and get back into it. So before Corey had passed and his father had passed, they did a lot of things to the car. The motor's been built for forced induction. Does have a pretty good sized turbo on it. It has everything from the top to the bottom, injectors and all that good stuff. The head's been done to rev out. It's put together really nice as far as the motor, the trans. It has limited slip differential, 600 horsepower, axles in it, ready to rock. So when I got the car, it wasn't running. It was just sitting at the shop. It has 120,000 original miles on it. Really hasn't been touched. It's the original paint. The only thing was the interior was completely stripped. I guess Corey is one of those no interior guys, and he didn't want any interior in it. So it didn't have any interior in it, no headliner, no nothing. It had bucket brace carbon fiber seat in it, and that was it. So I got it home. First thing I did was put it up on jack stands like it is right now, and I started working on it now. In turn, I did have this car at 10 months now. It does run, however, right now I've got some things out that's going to the powder coater. So that's why it's apart right now. And also, there's a video you can see of it, stuff like that. So some brake kit, and some other little, coolant piping and stuff like that, just to have it so it's, up to my standard. But ultimately, this car is going to be something that, it's a leisure car. I can pretty much buy any sports car pretty much I want, but then, it's not rich man's price range. I can buy any sports car I want, but I want to build this. It means stuff to me. Sometimes I take on projects and things like that. It means stuff to me opposed to just buying something that's happening. So this means something to me. When I get finished with it, it should have around 500 horsepower. Like 450 at the wheel, something like that. I don't think I'm gonna drag race it on the track. You never know. I always say no. The way I'm going, it's gonna be like more of a street car. Looks more show than it is go at this point. So we'll see what happens, but just want to give a brief history on the car and my plans with it. why I have it. A lot of people ask questions of whose car it is, and why do I have it, what are they doing to it, what is it. So that's what it is. Special to me, because I mean, you know, Corey, you know, I've known him since he was a little kid. Miss Rally, she passed away. You know, and again, of course, it was my first love. And, you know, I once had a turbo tire, and so did a lot of my friends. So this one being unique. I've never owned a Honda Civic like this before. I've always had after Integrity. I did have a Honda Civic EG hatch at one point in time that had a swap in it, but I got rid of it pretty fast. But this one right here, I'm gonna keep it around for a little bit less. The right offer comes. I don't think I'm gonna let it go. I've got a lot of money and time tied up into this thing. And it's kind of similar to it right now. But yeah, that's the history of it. I haven't named it yet. I'm still waiting on a name, so if somebody has a name, ideas or something like that for me, you know, I name all my cars, but I haven't named this one yet. It's just only because it hasn't gotten to the point where, you know, it's finished or, you know, really put a stamp on it. If you guys have anything else, any comments, please like, subscribe, comment.